Hey everyone, you're listening to 4Player Podcast, a weekly live show about video games. We hope you'll stick around for another year of gaming discussion, fantasy critic hijinks, and of course, general shenanigans here at 4Player. Before we start this episode, we want to send a thank you out to everyone who listens and give a quick welcome to any newbies. I'll try to keep this short because this is, and always will be, an ad-free show. We've been at this since 2008, so if you like what we do, please subscribe and leave a review on your preferred podcast service. Join us in our Discord at discord.gg/4player, or, if you're so inclined, throw us a couple bucks a month on Patreon. We record these episodes live every Tuesday night on twitch.tv/4playerpodcast, all spelled out, and episodes hit podcast services on Friday morning. You can find all the links you need at 4playernetwork.com. But enough about that, let's get started. Alright, let's do the guys, welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 842. It's July 22nd, 2025. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, joined by Brad Simons.
Hi.
Christopher Guthridge.
Hello.
And Christopher Davis.
I'm also here. Good evening.
Oh, we made it through the intro. Thank goodness. Guys, since last week, Crispy saw Superman, and we've been talking about it.
It was pretty good.
Is there anything else?
You just right into it.
Yeah.
Well, no one
right
wants to know about the movie I've seen.
What's the movie you've seen?
I don't know.
I've seen a movie
before the 90 days.
You're such a fucking.
I know what you did last summer.
Okay, well, Superman, please.
That's what I thought.
I watched some of that MTV show Parental Control.
Oh, I finally watched Sinners. That was good.
There's now some good fucking food.
I still haven't seen that.
That's a good movie.
Wow.
You should see that.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. He still hasn't seen
I don't like vampires.
Spoilers.
Wait, that's not true. Crispy, you eventually saw Parasite, right? That was just a joke Brad's making. Okay.
Yeah, Parasite's not a vampire movie, Nick.
Well, no, I know, but like I remember years ago we were all raving about Parasite, and it was like months, and you were like, I still haven't seen it, and we're like, what the hell?
I did watch it, and then I watched it like 3 times, so I've seen it more than any of you guys.
Gotcha.
I have a deeper, richer relationship with the text than you do.
I mean, that's.
I've been watching Bong Joon-ho movies since before you were born, motherfucker. You were in diapers.
That's because Brad's like 80 years old. All right.
Yeah, that's true. But, Memories of a Murder, goated.
So it's so funny. So we did trailer talk before this podcast recording. We ended early, and then instead of starting the show immediately and talking about Superman, these fuckers just talked about Superman, and I couldn't
Bitch,
get a word
that happens every Tuesday.
Every time.
I know. So if you're wondering why Crispy's not more eager to talk about Superman on this podcast, it's because they just spent 25 minutes talking about Superman.
I already said it, and I can't repeat myself.
Yeah.
No,
but
legitimately incredible. I loved it. I'm
so
a big believer in latter day James Gunn.
I'm glad to hear this.
I think I've I think the 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies are the best product of the MCU.
Damn, I never watched that 3rd one. I should watch that.
I finally watched the 3rd one like 2 months ago, and it is good.
They are pretty transcendent. They're some of the only Marvel movies that really can just be like taken out of that whole thing and enjoyed as movies. And yeah, Superman got it. Superman like hit it. It's like
the assignment.
You watch it and it just feels so effortless too. And you're just like, man, was that so fucking hard? Like have him fight a kaiju, do some weird interdimensional stuff, have some of the Justice Society show up. Like, okay, great. Like Metamorphose, like a character with lines in this movie. Just okay, yeah.
I think Superman was like they had like Spider-Man issues where like Superman has not been around, like a single Superman in the cinematic universe had not been around long enough for them to kind of get weird with it, right? There's 4 Christopher Reeves movies, and I guess by the 4th one it started to get a little bonkers, right?
Weird in the wrong way.
But what I'm saying is like the Spider-Man movie thing, right? Where they always want to set up the origin story, and we got to start over for every time they reboot Spider-Man, and it's like this feels like the first time they rebooted Superman, where they didn't have to bother with all that shit. And that's why they can get weird right away. That's why they can have a kaiju.
Real sensitive to that whole like rebooting superheroes and doing origin stories, like James Gunn said something like that too. He's like,
I mean, that's why
I don't
ended
want
up
to see
loving the
Martha's
Batman.
pearls in the alley anymore. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's why
I agree with that part.
like
that's why I loved the Batman, because it just literally like that the intro to the Batman where it's just like throwing you into like he's been Batman for a year now is just like gives me fucking chills every time I watch it. I love it, and I felt very similar to it
I watched it again
with Superman
last night.
Yeah, I came home after watching Batman watching Superman was like, I gotta watch Batman.
It's a long movie, but those are like very like opposed in terms of vibes, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But also not part of the same universe.
Batman and Superman, baby.
Not part of the same universe though, which is weird.
And I'm not holding my breath on that one either.
Yeah.
Apparently, the script for the Batman Part 2 has been finished as of like a week ago. So
a lot of people talking online like it's just a poorly kept secret that they're gonna like he's gonna show up at some point and it's gonna be like,
I mean,
he's the Batman.
Here's the thing. I watched the Batman. I fucking adore that movie, and immediately was like, I don't know if I was like, I kind of like the idea of just the Batman existing kind of in his own bubble. This version of Batman anyways. And then there was all this talk about the DCU, and then James Gunn took over, and then he was talking about, is there going to be a new Batman? Is it going to stay separate? Blah, blah, blah. And after seeing Superman, I'm kind of like, you know, if that were to happen, if they were to suddenly work the Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman into that same universe, I kind of feel like I'd be okay with it.
Don't they feel like different worlds, though? I only know the worlds from the trailers, but I'm saying they seem very different.
They do tonally feel very different, but Batman and Superman have always been very tonally different, I feel like.
They've been
totally characters, different. But the worlds, are they so different?
I don't know. Like, if the thing about Batman though is like it's always gonna feel more grounded than a Superman story anyway. But then like in the Batman movie, he's running around with like advanced like video recorders on his fucking like contact lenses, you know? There's always going to be some like weirdly fantastical element that pops up in a Batman story, you know? Like
which would feel at home in this new Superman, in this new universe with Superman.
You know, so I mean like I don't know. I think it would make this iteration of Batman feel more fantastical than he does in his own movie. That movie will probably be like a pretty like dark grounded thing in comparison, but is that a bad thing? I don't.
They got a gadget guy, right? What's his name? Taskmaster. What's that dude's name?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. He's gadget Batman.
Yeah. I don't know. Calling Mr. Terrific a gadget guy feels like
I don't know anything about him. I just seen the trailers.
It just feels like an understatement.
Look, I have not even watched any of those cartoons with Justice League or Superman. Like, I am so unfamiliar with DC stuff from all angles that I just really don't know. But, you know.
Can I just interject here real quick? Say, as far as like Superman adaptation, I know there's that Superman and Lois show that was on, I guess it's the No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Always bringing this shit up.
It's good. I don't feel like enough people gave it a chance. It has 4 seasons, and it's no, not that. That's Lois and Clark. That's fucking Lois and Clark. And
that's very different.
Seriously,
I was watching clips of that for the first time, and it was blowing my mind. I was like, "This exists? I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is." I was watching clips of the Superman I've never seen before.
There's a scene in Superman and Lois that just like, I mean, I feel weird talking because I know Crispy is definitely the like. He knows way more about Superman and comic books than I do. But there is this moment in Superman and Lois where he saves this kid, and then he walks up to the kid because the kid dropped his hat, and he hands the kid the hat, and the hat's like, "Man, thanks, Superman." He's like, "Yeah, no problem." And he's like, "I like your suit," and he's like, "Thanks, my mom made it." And then just like blasts off into the sky, and I was like, "Holy shit, that was like so wholesome," and it just gives me like goosebumps every time I see it.
Can I say, after watching a few clips from that Superman and Lois, it felt like a little bit like, did they make this for like middle-aged women? Like again, I've not seen the show, but it almost seemed like I could tell what network this show was on. Although I don't even know.
It's a CW show.
CW show.
Yeah.
But it almost seemed like not CW, but not Lifetime. But like it's the vibe was maybe wholesome. Like no, not wholesome. Like a CBS show for like that wouldn't play too late. You know what I mean? In the evening. What am I getting at here?
I have
Like
no idea what you're getting at.
you
Young
know,
adult
remember
fiction
the show
vibes.
where like the guy would get the newspaper a day early?
Yeah. Early edition.
Early edition. It seemed like a
Yeah.
Which
Superman
is what
movie for
Lois and
those
Clark was.
fans.
Like Lois
Yeah,
and Clark
yeah,
was definitely that vibe.
Yeah. I remember because I was around. That
dude.
was my.
I can
Superman
assure
and
you,
Lois.
Superman and Lois is plenty like fantastical and action packed and stuff. It's just
Action packed, huh? Okay.
no, I mean like serious. Like it's not Lois and Clark, which is
Packed with action.
what you just kind of described from back in the day when Dean Cain, before he was a
Maybe
racist.
maybe I'm maybe I'm putting a little.
I'm sure he was a racist then too,
Lois
but
and Clark.
before we knew
I
about
don't-
it. I mean,
No, he was cool back then. We didn't know he sucked.
Yeah.
Crispy, did
We
you
do
hear
now.
about
We
the,
certainly
Terry Hatcher though, she was like, goated.
fine as hell.
You know
Yeah.
how? she
Sorry,
did-
Chris Davis. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't seen Terry Hatcher in so long.
Have y'all heard about this Clayface movie that's coming out next year?
Yeah.
What?
They're making a
It's not
clay.
real.
But
Until
that
we've
is
seen a
supposed-
trailer, it doesn't exist.
No.
apparently, yeah. But they're like casting for it already. Like
Yeah, they've already got
And
an
apparently
actor.
it's-
Seen a trailer.
It's
it's
evidently
supposed to
heavily
be a
inspired
horror
by The
movie.
Fly.
it's supposed to be like body horror. Like
Which fly?
yeah,
Which fly?
Like
What do you mean?
the
Which
Cronenberg's
fly?
The Fly?
The Fly. The
yeah, Cronenberg with
The
Jeff
Fly.
Goldblum.
That wasn't the
Yeah.
first. That was a remake of The Fly.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
We know this.
Which was also
I actually forgot about that. Look, guys, I know we're not okay. Fuck it. Let's move on. Superman's pretty good. We're here to talk about video games because that's what we do here at 4Player Podcast. We talk about video games on a weekly basis.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, things have there's been a pretty major release. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza tonight.
Damn.
What's up?
The
What?
Hellraiser game trailer. I added that to trailer talk, and I didn't
Was
see
that a
it.
misfire? Did you mean to add the Hellraiser when you added that other
Maybe
game?
I
that you
added
called?
that other game by accident. Damn.
That's pretty
Yeah,
funny. That's
I don't
pretty
have
funny.
editing permissions on that playlist, so
Homie, you just
Yeah.
need to refresh.
Brad's fault. Anyways, guys, we're gonna talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza. We're gonna talk about Luto.
What is it,
We're gonna
Nick?
talk.
What
Oh
is it,
God.
Nick? What is it,
mascot,
bitch?
Oh shit! Fuck!
You son of
Promise
a
mascot
bitch.
agency.
You son of a bitch. I'll see you on segment B, this motherfucker.
No, actually, I'm gonna let you start.
Yeah, right.
No, go for it. Talk about Promise
fuck you,
mascot
Nick.
agency.
Fuck you. I'm not gonna entertain you.
Yeah, what's this like your little furry game or something? Is this
Furry? That horse game,
Is this
is it?
another Gooner game?
No,
like that
no,
horse
this is
girl
not even
thing?
close to a gooner. Fine, roll the fucking footage, Chris Davis. We're starting with Promise Mascot Agency, motherfuckers. That's right.
What a dumb name.
Donkey Kong go fuck himself. Look at this shit.
Jesus.
Is
I've
that a
been
potato?
playing. I've been no.
Is
That's
this
a
Burnout?
That's a pinky finger. That's a cut off
God.
pinky finger.
Ew.
It's okay.
That took a turn.
I've been playing Promise Mascot Agency. I'll open with this. You know, I've talked about Yakuza games on this podcast for a long time, right?
Yes.
You know how
Yes,
they
you
always
have.
have like mini games, but then there's always like one like mega mini game, and we're always like 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 Dondoku
Dondoku
Island and
Island?
stuff.
Yeah.
And we're always like, or like fucking Dondoku Island. And we're always like, man, this could be its own game, right? That's the
Enter
vibe of this game. It's like they
Promise Mascot
literally
Agency.
took a mini game that would be in a Yakuza game and made it an entire video game. And that's what this is. And like they're not like coy about it. This game is voice acted mostly, right? And the lead
Game of the
character
year.
is a Yakuza who is voiced by the voice of Kazuma Kiryu, like the
Okay.
Japanese
Shut
voice
up.
actor. Yes.
Really?
Shut the
Yes.
front door.
Yes. So, and there's no English voice acting. There's only Japanese voice acting, but this is not I don't think it's a Japanese developed game. But that's to suggest.
Thank God, am I right?
But do you see what I'm saying? Like a Western indie dev makes a game about a Yakuza who's banished to a cursed island of mascots and to run a mascot agency and to try to Okay, let me.
You
set
say
this
that
up.
like a mascot agency is a thing. It's like a
Well,
common.
yeah, okay, it's a very weird game.
Yeah.
It's a very weird game, but Yakuza gets weird with it sometimes. So I get it. I get it's weird. So this is
Certainly
from the
does.
developer of God damn it, it'll come to me in a second. They've made weird they've made a relatively like a well-received visual novel that was
Date everything.
no, not Date Everything. It'll come to me.
Maybe it'll come to somebody in chat before
Yeah, maybe it'll
you
come to
think of it.
somebody in chat.
Hint,
Anyways,
hint. Wink, wink.
yeah,
Paradise Killer.
this is like half maybe like visual novel, half like Yakuza mega game, mega mini macro game, um, where you run a mascot agency on a cursed island of mascots because you are trying to pay back. You've disgraced your Yakuza family after choosing to save the life of your Yakuza brother instead of and losing a bunch of money for your family, and you're trying to earn it back so they don't kill the matriarch of your family. So you're banished to this cursed because it's one of the few businesses that they have hidden from the other families is this mascot agency. So you go to this cursed island, which the curse, by the way, is that it'll slowly kill any male yakuza who goes there. I
What?
don't know. It's very
What
strange.
the fuck?
That's the curse, and everyone knows it, and they're like, "Oh man, it kind of sucks that you came here when the curse is that you're gonna die." Oh,
This
but like the whole,
one
it's strange. Look, it's strange. Oh, by the way, here is a mascot. Here's a you send mascots out on jobs and they get into like trouble on these jobs, and you play a little mini card game to rescue them from these like god damn
Swarm of bees?
it.
Sorry.
I'm gonna explain this and it's just gonna keep sounding weirder and weirder, but bear with me. The first mascot you get is a crying block of tofu, right? And the first like in the tutorial, they're like, oh, you send them out on a job, a mascot job, like a thing that you would send a mascot to. They're always live stream these
Yeah.
events. They're always live stream, and depending on their stats, they could get into trouble. And the first encounter, the first trouble, is that this big block of tofu gets stuck in the doorway, and you play a little mini game to like help him out of that scenario. And those are the kinds of events that like pop up in these in these instances that happen on these mascot jobs, like, oh, they'll trip and fall on the floor, or they'll be attacked by bees, or who let like the paparazzi is like harassing them, and you just have to play this little mini card game to go stop that event so you can get your payout because you need the money, because everything in this you're constantly trying to send money to this Yakuza family because they're going to kill the boss of your family if you don't keep sending them money. And they literally, it's like a meter that you have to keep sending money to or they're going to kill her. And like, I have not hit that fail state, but I've definitely been sprinting to ATMs to send money to my boss or right before she died. Like the screen's flashing red and they're like, they're going to kill her. Send money. So so I'm going around this town, and you're just a
That's how
truck
that
that
works.
I've since upgraded, and it now flies and shoots my.
Yeah, I was about to say,
PT.
I was gonna ask, but the upgrade seems like it has
this part
sprouts
looks
wings
really
and
fun.
flies.
It's bizarre. It's so weird.
Are you
so
firing missiles from this
so like
truck?
your main
firing the
homie
toe.
is the mascot Pinky, who has like some temperament issues, but she's generally like pretty cool and
She?
wholesome. Well, yeah. She's a pinky finger. It's so it's so weird because the start of this game is like before you get banished to this island, and it's like a scene out of Yakuza, right? It's just like a serious um like, oh, like the matriarch, there even has like they're even setting it up like a Yakuza scene. And everyone is a human except this one dude who's like a toe. And I'm like, why is there a toe? And he's got like a pompadour. And he's like, they don't really acknowledge the fact that like mascots are live in this universe just like
I
people,
have a
but they're
serious
still
question.
mascots.
Like they're
Are these
real creatures.
mascots? Are these like people in costumes?
That's what he's saying.
No,
They're real
no, no.
creatures.
Yeah, they're
They're real
real like
creatures.
people, I think, but they're still mascots. So like their jobs would be to like go to an event that a mascot would go to.
Yeah.
It's And I'm running a mascot agency. So I'm sending them out to these events and they're getting into little scenarios and I'm rescuing them because I need the money. And you're upgrading your agency and there's like this world is filled with collectibles. Like I'm finding like different nail patterns for like Pinky out in the world and stuff. Um and
Yep.
just a lot of like look, this game is not like deep. And it's not like it ain't Blueprints or like Slay the Spire. Like
That's a good game.
the card mini game that you play to rescue your mascots from the antics they're all live stream, right? So you're trying to like you send out like support heroes to help the mascot to not like be too embarrassed because everybody's watching. Like every single mascot event is live streamed. I don't know. Anyways, um, it's not deep. And like
What are these events?
it's very addictive. They're like randomly generated like incidents that can happen while your mascots are out on jobs, which are like somewhat stat based, right? You can even have like stat boosting items to make sure they don't run into incidents, but if they do, you have to like play this little mini game to make sure you don't fail the mascot event basically and not get paid. It's
I like
just
all these
it's not,
vague terms that are just as confusing.
Well, I meant more like what are the events that the mascots are getting hired to go to?
Are they like football
like
games or
yeah,
more
like
ridiculous?
openings of like a store opening or some shit.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not even like
Yeah.
so the thing is the game is like half like really simple mini games and exploration.
Whoa.
You're upgrading your vehicle,
Oh.
you're collecting stuff, but it's also like a visual novel. Like this is a pretty funny, well written game. Paradise Killer, motherfucker, that's the other game they made. Paradise Killer, if you've ever heard of that indie game, well received visual novel. This is like half visual novel, so it really is about like meeting these characters and talking to these characters, and it's like surprisingly well written and funny and like wholesome, even though it's like some insane game with an insane premise. Like it's committed to it, and these characters like they stand out, and it's like, oh, I want to like keep doing missions for this dude
I want to keep
because
doing mascot things.
yeah, I want to keep doing mascot things. So, like the mascots are pretty like crazy, but a lot of the characters, like the mascot handlers and stuff that you can recruit, those are kind of like the characters that you keep talking to and like learning about, and like it's pretty good. It's pretty good, and this game is weirdly addictive.
Is your buddy a severed pinky because it's
Yes.
like the Yakuza thing of
Yeah,
like cutting the pinky off?
for sure, for sure.
Okay.
But like they don't talk about that. He just
Yeah.
is, or she just is a severed pinky.
I'm picturing like the grand opening of like a new laundromat, and they've sent a severed pinky to be the
100%.
mascot.
Yeah, yeah. No one acknowledges that the mascots are like really fucked up, and like there's a couple of them that are like. There's one who's like a mascot who has the name of like a god, and they're like, wait a minute, are you like a mascot or are you that god? They're like, oh, I'm just a mascot. But then I met like another one that was very similar, and like, oh wait, no, this is the god. This is not a mascot of the god. This is just the god, but he's gonna join my mascot agency anyways.
Because he's bored.
Yeah, well, I forget his little story for why. I mean, they have their reasons usually, but like you're still like Yakuza adjacent, and Pinky is not part of the Yakuza. Her granddad is, of course, but she has like really bad temperament issues, and she's like semi psychotic, but she's like so happy and like really wants to like the town is like there's like a shitty mayor who is like not who got all these like funds to like rejuvenate the town. It was even called the Rejuvenation Fund, and like has not given any of that money to like the people or the businesses in the town. So like the story is actually about all these people who are just kind of like beaten down by this town who don't have what they need to like try to succeed because of this corrupt mayor. So you're actually like trying to like take down this corrupt mayor and like do good in this town while he's done everything in his power to like not do good. And now where I'm at in the story, Pinky is actually running for mayor, and I'm going around town getting into like debates in front of the people between Pinky and and
The
this
brain.
corrupt mayor because she's running for mayor. And I guess a mascot can be mayor, and that's like another mini game. But
I mean, I feel like on Mascot Island, the mayor should be.
well,
a
they're not
mascot.
all mascots. There's definitely some like people also. It's like a banished. It's just it's not only mascots. Mascots exist outside of this island. This is just man, I don't know. It's a lot. But it's really addictive and it's surprisingly funny and charming and wholesome. Like I want all these fucking mascots to succeed. I don't know what to tell you. But like you got to understand, like the music's really good. I'm kind of playing it for like the vibes and how silly it is. Like there's this one cat, dude. He says it's yams that he's covered in, but like his thing is he's really into adult films with not a lot of pixelation is what he says.
Not a lot of
And he's covered in this
like
goo.
some, but not a lot.
That's so
like
wholesome,
minimal
quote,
pixelation,
unquote.
he says. Minimal pixelation. And this cat is like covered in like head to toe in this like he says it's yams, but I mean he's a gooner for sure. And I don't know if it's yams. He says it's yams.
What do you think it is, if not yams?
Well, Nick.
Maybe I don't know enough about.
I am what I am.
It's like they're like it's like a Japanese yam. You ever seen a
Gotcha.
Japanese yam? I don't know. Like mashed yams. I don't know. Anyways. Promise Mascot Agency. It's pretty good. It's weirdly addictive for a game that's like mostly like shallow nonsense. But like those Yakuza mini games were like that. It's not like the Hostess Club shit from Yakuza 0 was like deep or anything. You just kept going because it was addictive and you wanted to see where the story goes, and you had cool little moments with like characters and interactions, and it was like funny. And this is very much that. Like this is lovingly created by people who love
Lovingly created by people who really, 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 really wish they could be involved in the making of a Yakuza game specifically.
Well, not even a Yakuza game, but like a Yakuza like mini game, like the fucking business management from Yakuza 7. Like it's not deep, but it's
this is their application.
Yes, this is their application, and you know what? I'm here for it. I'm glad I think I don't know how far I am, but man, I've been like poop socking this game just because there's shit all over the world, and I'm collecting it and upgrading my truck, and pretty good.
Nice. This is not what I was expecting. Fair.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could have expected this, really.
All right. Well, in the interest of let's go in the complete opposite direction and talk about something we were all expecting.
What's that?
And let's talk about Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now, I will say this. I will preface this by saying we'll probably have a larger conversation about this
I
in the
asked these
coming
motherfuckers
weeks.
if they wanted to wait, and they said, no, we don't want to wait. It's all about timeliness. We want to be in the conversation.
I also have been, for the most part, also, I haven't been really touched my Switch since I got it. I'm not a big Mario Kart person.
How much have y'all played?
Of Donkey Kong? Probably.
Too much.
I've played about 6 or 7 hours. I know Chris Davis has probably played a significant chunk more than that. I can tell from this footage right away he's in a place that I have never been. So, but
really, this is like the third level.
Dude, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I don't know how I'm ever going to finish this game when it is this addicting to just run around and destroy shit.
It is a bit of a collectathon. There's a lot of stuff to find, right?
Yeah, a lot of stuff to find, a lot of stuff to collect, and it is literally like we always like to, when you talk about like environmental destruction, right? We always go back to Red Faction, and it's like Red Faction on crack. Every fucking thing in this game can be destroyed, even right down to NPCs that are made of rock. Like you can hit them in the face and they explode, and of course they like come back together, but like everything is destructible.
Pretty much,
and like just running around and like beating the ground and creating hole, like even just jumping in the air and then landing creates like a little divot in the ground. it's kind of impossible to like run around the world without feeling like you're making an impact or doing significant damage to everything that you come in contact with. And that has already like taken a toll on how much progress I've made. I've been moving at kind of a snail's pace. I just love running around hitting things. I'm like, I don't know why I need this much gold, but I want to get all the gold, and there's just gold fucking everywhere in this game.
3 of the primary face buttons are about destroying the environment and punching. Like, punch forward, punch up, punch down. Like,
it's pretty intuitive. Although that means it puts the jump button in kind of a weird position on the controller because
I remapped that.
I'm thinking about remapping it
because the B button was down and
I mean, it makes sense because
the B button was down and the X button is up, right? And like the Y button is like swing side to side. So like the button placement makes sense. Would you remap it?
Because I like to have the bottom button be jump.
Yeah,
you fucked up their intuitive control scheme, bro.
Well, maybe it wasn't as intuitive as it should have been.
Well, that part is intuitive, but it comes at a cost.
How quickly did you remap it?
Like 20 minutes in.
No, see, you fucked it. You fucked it, bro.
No, but I have been playing with the default button map.
Yeah, me too.
For about 7 or 8 hours. And I'm not a fan of... I keep forgetting how to jump. I keep forgetting that I have to like actively think about hitting that button.
No, y'all are
what I can't even.
Well, so
maybe you should play it.
I have played the fucking game, dude.
He's played it. He hasn't played a ton of it, but
I have. Henry's been playing, and we've been passing the controller back and forth. I've not started my own save yet, but I mean he's been playing it, and no, I like that there is like an intuitive, like if you're like, oh, the ground pound after a jump or whatever is gonna be the button that's
down
on the bottom, you know, and I'm like that. I get it. There's like an intuitiveness to it. I like it.
I mean, I like it too. It just comes at a cost. It means you have to get used to.
But how are you if you really played 5 hours of it? Surely you have the muscle memory.
Why are we arguing about
between games? Are you switching?
You're getting no, dude. You're getting too caught up in this. I'm just saying. I'm not a fan of that button mapping thing. It's not a deal breaker. I haven't even bothered to switch it yet. It's not that big of a deal. Chris Davis obviously pulled the trigger a lot faster than I did. I'm just saying it's a little bit of a
coward
thing. Not a huge fan of that. But whatever. What I will say is that the fact that so much of the world is destructible almost a detriment to like the level design. Like almost because you can almost like cheat your way through certain puzzles just 100%. By like
oh my god, yes.
Which is cool in and of itself.
Isn't that like the more modern like Nintendo? I mean, that's what like the modern Zelda games are like that.
But like, but Zelda, like I reference this a lot because I always remember Crispy talking about it, and I thought it was brilliant. But like in Breath of the Wild when he connected the electricity with the by laying a sword down to create the current, I thought that was really really neat. This is just like if you can't figure it out, just fucking destroy it and move through.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Which is cool. It is cool.
I have stumbled into things like that just inadvertently. In this level I was playing, like I got to a certain portion of the map and it did like a pause with a camera pan showing me like what the intended route is, where the game wants me to go. And I went the opposite direction. I started messing around just destroying things because I kept finding fucking bananas and stuff, and I dug so far down that I found the boss fight for the map.
That's cool. See, that's cool. That's very Breath of the Wild.
It is cool.
But if you want to talk about a game, but like you said it yourself earlier, Brad, and I'm not sure if this is related, but like some people out there are referring to this as a quote unquote baby game, and it's almost because you can kind of just like beat your way through, punch your problems away.
I think it's just tuned too easy. Like I've heard the boss fights, you just punch them for 10 seconds and they're dead.
That's how you interact with the game. You punch everything.
Yeah, but like it didn't need to be this easy, right? Like how
maybe
about
not.
You punch it longer and it does more damage? You know what I mean? Like
the only challenge I've found with boss fights is when they artificially elongate them by giving them extra time to pause and move along in a sequence. Like there's a boss fight later on in the game. I won't tell you much about it, but basically you have a fight and then there's like a pause and it goes away for like 30 seconds and then comes back and then you just repeat.
That's just Nintendo's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
Nintendo's gonna Nintendo.
Well, a lot of like platformer bosses do shit like that. It's just,
like when they do their bosses, like there's 1 or 2 patterns max, and you quickly figure it out. I haven't had a boss fight last more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So maybe they should have just been harder.
You really can just smash up these stages, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Red
It is.
Faction Gorilla.
It is bananas. Like it is.
Man, yes.
But that's sick, right? Like it's so,
No, it
it's
is.
so
It's so
good that
cool.
this is unique and not just like another Mario platformer. Because you know what? Like those Donkey Kong platformers are just fucking platformers. You know, this shit is
You're
cool.
right. This is very, very cool, and I'm honestly kind of in love with it, and I think it's gonna be a blast to play. I'm already addicted
They
to it.
invented a genre here, like Kojima.
It's but like one thing I will say, and because to an extent, I mean, this is from the team that made Mario Odyssey, which has roots in like Super Mario 64 in terms of just like you're always talking about getting stars or shines or whatever it may be, and how like the bananas are kind of meant to be the kind of a similar element here to like finding stars in Mario, because they all have like names that go with them, but like because of the nature of the game and how you're just running around a map blindly destroying everything until you find bananas, like it'll tell you what the name of the challenge is, like what the name of the banana is when you get it, and it like kind of suggests like this was it's like if in Mario 64 they told you the name or the hint to find the star after you found the star.
Yeah,
Because
it's just like what they did
half
with the moons in Odyssey.
That's
half
that's
the time
exactly
you
right.
just find it because you're just destroying everything and you stumble across it and you're like, oh, cool. But like I would have liked to like get hints as to where to find things and how to go about finding them and then finding them.
But there's like little tells in the environment, right?
Yeah. Sure, but like you also have a thing where like you slap the ground and it creates this like radar thing, and it'll like highlight stuff in the like underground if it's nearby you, and you can upgrade that, which is cool. But again, if you see a banana underground and it's like tied to something that you could have otherwise been like solving as a puzzle, you can just kind of like burrow your way through the ground and just grab it.
It's just the thing about the bananas.
I know, I'm sitting here. I feel like I'm just selling this to Brad when I'm trying to like point out something that I think is kind of a criticism, but like I'm having a lot of
I get what
fun
you're
with
saying, but like not every game needs to be like a deep puzzle game. You know?
No. And there are puzzles.
Baby's got to play something too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're saying this is like Spyro the Dragon is what you're saying.
No, that's unfair.
I think that's pretty accurate actually, but with a lot more
So here's the thing is that
a lot more
you
fun
find more bananas in this game than I think you find in like any level of Mario Odyssey with the moons. You cannot spit for finding a banana. There are some times where I find 3 bananas inside of like 30 seconds. But it's all in service of the giving these items rewards. Like the bananas are in service of the skill system in the game where you're spending them to get skill points to upgrade Donkey Kong. And that is so much more rewarding than the fucking moons ever were in Odyssey.
Sure. I mean, the moons.
But again, I think they're going for like a little bit of Breath of the Wild, right? With like the armor sets in that game where they had like bonuses and stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it is cool, I think, at the end of the day to see it kind of this like weird hybrid between like 3D Mario design and like the upgradability of something closer like Zelda.
I think, but you know what really stood out, I think, for those Zelda games? It's that when Breath of the Wild came out, I think it got a lot of mileage because early on those games can be difficult, right? So like you want to get upgrades because you want to get more powerful because you want to like explore those areas that seem kind of dangerous. And I feel like maybe, you know, and I feel like this way about it in any RPG or a game with upgrades, but like if the game's not pushing back at all, then what's my motivation to upgrade? You know what I mean?
I will say this: it could just come down to like you want to change the way Donkey Kong and Pauline look.
Those are outfits. I mean, I know there's outfits and stuff,
but
too,
the outfits
right?
do come with like
Do they have
and
Do they have layered armor in this game, so I can look how I want to look
Damn.
with the
With the
upgrades? I'm gonna
bonuses.
do?
shit.
So,
But at the end, you know, and Mr.
truth
Papa
is
Shot in chat
nice.
is also kind of agreeing that it's like difficulty level, it's kind of comparable to Spyro, but like it's also just very, very, very fun.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
it's
that's
frustrating
kind of
though, right?
Nintendo's brand,
Because
right? Like
Donkey Kong Country games, I mean, whatever, like the arcade
those are
Donkey
challenging.
Kong games is, I guess, a tough arcade game. But no, like the Donkey Kong Country games are challenging games.
Yeah.
From the Super Nintendo to like the modern retro ones, those are challenging games. So for it to be like piss easy is a little weird. But you
But I
know,
think they
I've
literally
never
chose
played much
fun
Donkey Kong
over
64 because I thought that game was trash. But like, I maybe that was easy. And, you know, there's definitely some.
I mean, here's the funny thing. Like, if you were to take out the ability to destroy the environments, this might be a lot harder game. You would actually have to like think about what you're doing and where you're
That's not a
going.
video game. There's no video game if you take that out. The
I
video
know.
game is the destruction.
But think about how many games like this is so unusual for a video game, right? We're sitting here talking about like
Yeah.
they introduced a mechanic that makes the game piss easy, but
Well,
that's okay because it's fun as hell.
it could have
And
still
like
been hard. They just had to have tuned it differently. They need a hero mode for this game. You know what I mean? You know that it
I mean,
reminds me of a Link Between Worlds. That game was so fucking easy, but it was so good that you kind of forgave it. And maybe that's the situation here. But like they eventually released hero mode or whatever. Or you had to, and it was like, oh, okay, well this was like a proper difficulty. I wish this was selectable from the start. I kind of wish this had a harder mode right from the get go.
I think that's kind of that's kind of the direction I'm heading. But like, I'm also just having such a good time with it that like.
Well, yeah. Is there fluid dynamics in this game?
I don't think I've gotten far enough to answer that.
There are kind of like level altering like fluid mechanics, but like actual gameplay mechanics that affect you, not really.
Yeah.
If you're asking if you can go diving as Donkey Kong, no.
Yeah. You can swim, but you can't go underwater.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit.
And that was the moment Brad turned on this game immediately.
Yeah. It exited his top 5.
But you know, like in the year of our Lord 2025, when like everything's on fire, like this is such just fun.
Delightful.
It's just pure fun.
Yeah.
It's delightful. It's joyous. It's cute. It's just great. It's just great.
I had to stop playing this because I started playing it Friday evening. I played a lot of it Saturday, and I realized like where I was in the game, and like I this game feels like it's over way too quick for me, so I had to just put the controller down. I haven't touched it in a couple days, and I just want to kind of want to savor this.
You do this with every video game, though.
You know, just embrace it, man. Just finish the game.
Is Lanky Con in it? Well, I don't know. People get pretty iffy about spoilers for the Donkey Kong lore, but curious about Lanky Kong. I rewatched that.
I don't know.
Y'all ever seen that video? Lore. It's a YouTube video where it's like Lanky Kong watches the DK rap for the first time.
Yeah. That was a Joel Haver.
Oh man, yeah, that was pretty good. He's like, that's just me.
You know, I will say,
I
will say this.
Grace.
And at the risk of embarrassing myself,
Sorry.
I will say that last night I spent like 20-25 minutes like retrying because there are challenge like rooms.
Whoa,
where, like,
Nick's a baby.
Yeah, but yeah, there was one where I was just like, this is brutal, but it was like the first. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was more of it was kind of like a platforming challenge. It was like you got to balance on this thing and jump in. If you fuck even on one thing up, you're gonna end up, and you have to do it in a certain amount of time, which was kind of the challenging part.
There have been a couple challenge rooms where I'm like, fuck this, I'm not going to find that third banana. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. But I also feel like if I like, it does teach you kind of fundamentally how to do certain things, like platforming things, like it kind of focuses on using they call it turf surfing, I guess, where you like pick up part of the environment and then you like use it like a skateboard kind of thing.
Yep.
And I got really good.
Skateboard.
It took me forever, but I got really good at doing that. So I feel like if I was to come across another challenge room,
shit, he's
like
ready for
that,
his
I would
first
do
Tony
it
Hawk
too.
game, y'all. You gonna pick up Tony Hawk 3+4 now?
No, probably not.
Are
No, that's a
any of you
platformer.
guys playing Death Stranding?
I played like an hour of it over the weekend.
We did send Nolan a copy, right?
Ah,
Maybe he's playing it.
God, why don't you guys like good games? Anyway,
I look, man. I am trying to create a situation in my house where I'm sitting down to play Death Stranding 2, and I tried to get Malia to watch a recap video of the first one, and man, like I can't play in front of my kids. Malia does not have the patience for this nonsense, and it doesn't help that like we don't like Norman Reedus or anything. Like she got nothing to latch on to, man.
we don't like Norman Reedus.
No, fuck that
Norman
guy.
Reedus.
He
What?
sucks.
What?
Norman Reedus sucks.
Why does he suck?
Whatever.
He's not like
Use adjectives to describe why. Like, what's going on?
Like for an actual reason or just like a vibes thing?
Well, both. I don't know. I don't like Walking Dead. Maybe I'll like Walking Dead more than I do.
I don't like Walking
But is that reason enough to not like the guy?
I just have never seen him in anything besides.
You should play Death Stranding.
Walking Dead and Boondock Saints.
He had some.
He was in Blade. He was the fucking guy in Blade.
Yeah,
he was a fucking familiar in Blade.
Was the spy, and then he
Scud. His name was Scud.
yeah.
Scud.
You know what it was?
What a name.
I watched some of his. He did a show where he like rode his motorcycle around with
Jeffrey D.
celebrities or whatever. It was like the Jerry Seinfeld thing, but on a motorcycle.
Yes.
Yes.
And that did it.
Yeah.
That ruined him in Brad's eyes.
Maybe
Fuck.
that did it.
This guy looks
Fuck
like he
motorcycles.
plays Days Gone.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit.
This game's really good.
Where were we? Oh, cue the Death Stranding talk.
You were
Chris
talking
Martin.
about surfing, and I wanted to. I was hoping somebody else was playing Death Stranding and got to do a lot of cool surfing.
Oh, I heard
I think
about
I got to
coffin
the inciting incident in Death Stranding.
You got to
Finally,
do
like the game is starting now.
You got out of Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus.
I heard about coffin surfing.
Yeah, I just got the coffin.
I've seen
Yesterday.
clips of this game that
It's
make
so
me want to
good.
play it. I just don't want to start it.
It's
I
so
wa-
good.
I watched the
It's so good. You're so stupid.
I watched the Noah Caldwell Gervais video again about the first one. I was like, you know what? Fuck
I
these
bet.
stupid recaps. I'm watching Noah Caldwell Gervais talk about this shit for 90 minutes.
Hey, that's my
and it was
did
worth
do
it.
it?
Oh, are we actually just talking?
we're
I didn't
talking
know
about
we were going to talk
Yeah.
about it. I'm not
Alright,
done
so
with
you
the
dri-
game.
You drive a
I'm
car
giving you- I was-
around, you deliver packages.
I drive
just-
a lot, and I feel like maybe I drive more than I should. I don't know. I feel like
I heard
Dude,
you
I
walk
drove-
less in this game.
there's more ground to cover, so like, and you have a bigger highway system. You got the monorails. You've got
More packages
surfboards.
to deliver.
You've got vehicles. Like, there's just more. There's just a lot of ways to get around that aren't walking, and then you start getting a bunch of missions where it's like, I don't want to damage this package, or it's a pizza, so I got to keep it flat, and I got to get there in under 5 minutes, or else it'll get cold. So like, vehicles just kind of become a necessary part of your.
But are they as
toolkit.
fun as running around trying to balance yourself?
I think so. I think that. I mean, I do it all. That's like how I play the game. I don't know. I like it. I think having to like trudge through an area on foot, connect it up, and then like build the road through it, and then come back 10 hours later and just be like driving around through and be like, oh yeah, I remember when I was
Very rewarding.
climbing through that ditch over there. Like, is
But that
a
stuff's
great
just as good in this
feeling.
one as the first one.
Oh yeah, that's the core. That's like the fucking yeah. That's great.
That's the sauce.
They've added on to it in the second one for sure, but yeah, it's very much there in the first game. In the first game, it doesn't have stuff like the coffin. The coffin's sick. Coffin's really, really weird. Oh yeah, it's a really special video game. I wish I could make you guys care.
I
Wait,
do
wait, well,
care, motherfucker.
no,
I
no,
love this
okay.
game.
Fuck Nick. Fuck Nick. Why do you care? I guess is my question.
Why do I care?
He,
Yeah,
he
why
told
do
us
you
all
care?
last
About-
week why he cared.
Oh yeah, I really care. I mean, as a fan of that fucking Japanese madman, I just like that he's not just he's not surviving, right? He's thriving. This game is like him just doing weird shit because it's
Doing
weird,
his
and
thing.
he's just got the yeah, I don't know, like just these ideas are fucking fun. I don't know. It's a game. I explained it a lot last week. I kind of don't want to go into it entirely again, but it's a game that is incredibly fun to play mechanically, and it also does this really incredible balancing act of like tone and vibe and like fun and bleakness that takes
Kind of is unlike anything else out there.
it takes like really good creative instincts to kind of like do this kind of thing, and I don't think just anyone could like really nail this many different aspects of a very weird premise that everyone is obviously going to be like this is such a like nothing about this game is a slam dunk, right? This is such a like hard sell of like you walk around and pick up packages and deliver them in a post-apocalyptic landscape and they're ghosts and it's spooky. Like nothing about that sounds necessarily
On the
like
surface.
it has to be good, oh that'll be good, it's like how do you make that this engaging? I don't know.
I'll tell you what the turning point was. Like the thing that pushed people over the edge, made it like really mainstream, was the eating of the floating caterpillars to give yourself.
Yeah, the crypto buyouts.
Yeah,
Dude,
those things.
the I mean, there's so many things about this that are like he carries a baby around in a
Oh.
little incubator on his chest. Like it's weird.
I have a serious
but-
question. I have a serious lore question,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking maybe I missed something, and it's bothering me.
Okay.
Fragile.
Fragile.
Yeah.
What isn't her whole body below the neck supposed to be all like old and shriveled?
Ah,
Yes.
good question. Yes, it is.
Is that
yeah.
is that
it
something I'm supposed to like?
It is
Yeah, it
not
is.
anymore.
Troy
Clearly
Baker's
not.
character did that to her.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, careful. Or is that
Yeah.
is that yet to come for
That's
me? I
something
don't
that
know.
happens in the first game.
Oh,
You
okay.
have to-
I must have
yeah.
just
She
forgot.
tells you
I
about
must
how
have
it happens. She tells you about how it happens in the first game. In the first game, Higgs basically tricks her into delivering a bomb to a city,
Yeah.
blowing up that city, thereby like implicating her in his terrorism, and
Yeah.
then turns on her by like forcing her at gunpoint to walk out into timefall, and it like
Yeah.
it ages her body.
Right.
That's no longer an issue for her anymore. She fixed it, and you find out how she fixed it, or you meet who fixes it for her
In this game.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You would be
so I'm-
ashamed of your words and
Words and
deeds,
deeds, yeah.
if you
No,
if
you're
you
not-
thought that they did that for the Gooners. They did. There's good story implications for why her body is smooth again.
She wears like a full fucking suit and trench coat.
But I
in
need
this
to
game.
know
You
it's
don't-
smooth
it's-
underneath.
she's
I
not
need to
like-
know.
Yeah, I don't know. She's
She
not
now
like-
why
breathes
does
and
Nick
drinks
know it's
water through her
smooth now?
skin, right? Is that what happens? Yeah.
she's walking around at the beginning of the game like she's walking around like a tank top, and I'm just like, what? So I was curious, and I was like, did I miss an integral piece of?
I think she
information here?
mentions it really quickly at the beginning of this game, where she's like, "Yeah, I don't, I'm not all shriveled anymore or something," and you're just
I'm
kind of like,
smooth. I'm a
"Okay,
smooth body now.
I'm smooth again," and everyone's just like, "Okay, cool." There's a lot of people
Okay.
in this game who have different weird powers, and they do. different
That
things.
is true. That is absolutely verifiable.
Yeah. It's great. Also, I got past the part that they showed at what was it? I don't know. Probably the Game Awards. Remember they showed that extended clip of like Sam fighting Higgs, and like Higgs had the
Yeah,
guitar,
with the
that was
guitar.
like shooting lightning. I finally like did that sequence in the game a day or two ago, and it was so fucking sick. It was so good.
Can I say that as someone who's not played either game, this Higgs guy seems lame. I don't like him.
Yeah, I mean, he sucks. There's,
Hmm.
He's a bad guy.
I think part of it's
as far
because
as
of
like,
Troy Baker.
yeah, I mean, Troy Baker's just kind of doing the whole like I'm the bad guy like kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like that version of Troy Baker. I mean, I like Troy Baker as like, like Joel. I like Troy Baker as Yuri from Tales of Vesperia.
I mean, I think
I just
he's
don't like
a
I'm
good
showboating
actor.
Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Look at me in an interview.
I
I'm
don't
all
think,
silly.
yeah, I don't know.
No.
I'm not really, I don't really put that on him. I think the character is like that. Like, I think that really is who Higgs is.
It was that
And
man in the
he's,
arena
and,
tweet. I'll
and
never
he
forgive
is
him.
he's a fucking dick. Like, he's a villain that you don't like, that you hate. Like, it's good. Not like this guy, I don't know. I mean, whatever. Your mileage may vary. This is,
Mileage may
he's a
vary.
villain
this
that
is,
I don't know. It's like he's got the bravado, but he doesn't have enough for you to necessarily like to hate him.
he's got that supervillain thing where he's just a dick for no reason other than
Yeah.
like it's just what
To
he
be
is.
a dick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're just like, fuck you, dude. Like, I don't know. But
Who peed in your Cheerios?
whatever.
It was the man in the arena tweet from him.
What's
that
the
was the
man
one.
in the arena?
What's the man in the arena? What?
Oh man. The Theodore Roosevelt quote. Oh man.
have no idea what you're
Trust
talking
me.
about.
It's just gonna make you hate Troy Baker more. You don't want to know.
Well,
Well,
don't
I
do
mean,
that to
I'm-
me.
Dude.
I don't want to be. I don't want any of that. Guys. Here's the deal. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, I have one quick game I want to mention. We'll maybe talk some Fantasy Critic, do a 4-player minute, and we'll wrap up. Unless there's something I'm forgetting. I know Chris Davis, you said you may have a quick mention as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we got more to talk about. So don't go anywhere. We love you. Hey guys, welcome back. Look, I don't know what the plan is for this segment. I guess here we go. I want to talk for a second about a little game I started yesterday. I don't have a ton to say about this because I'm not super
I watched
far.
you play some of this. You
did
played
watch
2
me play
hours
some
of it, and an hour of that was being stuck on a puzzle.
It was about 30 minutes I was stuck
Okay,
for sure.
okay.
But look, so I've been waiting for this game for a while. I played a demo for it back in the day. I played 2 demos for it, I think. I've talked about it a couple times on the show. It's called Luto, and it's very much Nick Slop, right? It's the kind of
it's Nick Slop.
It's peak Nick Slop. It's PT. It's basically another one of these horror games that's drawing heaps of inspiration from PT, right? Like right down to the you're in the game starts in kind of an L-shaped hallway, and there's kind of this non-Euclidean architecture. You're looping back around, and it's very, very, very similar, but it's also bigger, more expansive than something like PT. You go to other places, you do other things, more story unfolds. It doesn't just kind of like loop back over and over again in the same hallway. You may remember it as the game that kind of became that we talked about a lot because they have ghosts that are literally just like they look like people under like bed sheets that are walking around in the darkness, which is actually really terrifying.
But do they do anything to you?
So, well, here's the thing. So this game is, I don't think there's any kind of like fail state in this game. It really is more of, and this is one thing I kind of had to learn the hard way last night, right? Because I've played games like this before. I played Visage, maybe is the last one that I really, really loved. In fact, I put it on my top 10 that year. That was more of a game with like mechanics and fail states, and you can die if you do the wrong thing. This game is really does feel like more like a escape room.
Well, so
So,
far, you don't know. Like
so far. Like I'm still like probably about 2.5 hours into it. I don't think it's a very long game. I think it's probably somewhere like 5 or 6 hours or something. Although, as Brad mentioned, I did spend like 30 to 40 minutes last night stuck. And that's kind of where I get to like me trying to like having to learn the hard way, and that I wasn't going deep in it. Like I really wasn't approaching it at first like an escape room. I was approaching it more of kind of like using environmental cues to like trigger things to like advance the story, which there is some of that stuff. But like there is a puzzle very early on in the game where there was just an element that I wasn't looking at because it feels like something you would find in an escape room. It's like they give you two things. One has numbers, one has images. They're in two separate places, and then you go into a room somewhere else, and it basically references something. And it's like and it says something obtuse, like this thing has to be multiplied 7 times. And these things are all like very disparate elements. And in my mind, I wasn't thinking them like they're all part of the same puzzle. I need to be comparing and like using these things to figure out what's going on. And you end up doing things, and you have to kind of like figure out a phone number, and then you have to dial a number, and then you have to trigger this thing that shakes the whole house, which causes a hammer to fall off the ceiling fan that you can then use to like advance the story, like peel like a board off of a doorway or something or whatever to get through. So like I wasn't thinking deep enough about this in terms of like how these puzzles are designed. I feel like that's kind of changed now, and now I'm looking at everything like it's part of a puzzle. But the thing that I wanted to talk about that made me want to talk about this game already is what I was not expecting, because the demo from like a year ago or whatever was very much just like straight atmosphere and vibes and super creepy, and it's still that, but they've introduced this like Stanley Parable narrator.
Oh, that's the thing I was confused about. Yeah, when I was watching.
It's very weird. Like I'm not even. I think Brad, you even turned it on last night. Like you like listened to it, and you're like, "Oh, he straight up sounds like the Stanley Parable guy."
Yeah,
what
like, is that about?
I don't know yet, but like, it's like this narrator kind of talking through this. The character you play as is like talking to like his state of mind as you like uncover things and you like remember things about your life and whatnot. But like the tone of the narrator is like straight Stanley Parable. Like it's just
But
like
is it I mean, the thing about Stanley Parables, it's very like he enters the
yeah,
door
I mean
on the
it
right,
is,
and then you go to the one on the left, he's like talking shit and stuff.
Yeah.
so he's not talking shit, he's not going that far, but he is like his the inflection in his voice, the tone of his voice is very kind of like at odds with what you're
Is
seeing
there any
in
like
front of
fourth
you.
wall breaking stuff like with
It I will say this, he is like he'll say things that sound like he's just like kind of advancing the story, but they are dropping hints as to like things you should like think about when you're trying to solve puzzles or
a little
whatnot.
odd though, right? Like to
It is
what end
odd.
are they
I
doing
don't know.
this?
And that is kind of why I don't want to talk too much about it, because I do feel like
Has that voice been there
when
from the beginning?
yes, since the very beginning. Also, like the game opens and you're in like a desert. And like the whole thing is pitched as like you're having these repeat nightmares, and this is actually your nightmare that you're living through. So it's all very dreamlike. But your dream is being narrated.
Did you know this from the trailers or demo?
No, I didn't find out about this narrator until I booted the game up last night, and it was kind
Honestly,
of this like lovely. It was kind of this like lovely surprise.
The studio made them put in a narrator.
But so far it seems like a really cool addition, because it's just this really weird juxtaposition between what you're hearing and what you're seeing. And the voice acting is good. I mean, it's very similar to what you might expect from Stanley Parable, just not quite as kooky or over the top. But yeah, I mean, it's intriguing.
But is it like is it at odds with the atmosphere?
I don't think so. Because at times it's like straight up creepy, and it's like I don't know how to describe it. Like,
well, I could see how they could get really like if he starts saying like horrible things that you're about to see, and it makes you not want to like proceed or whatever.
It could be. I could see them doing
I could see them doing some like fucked up stuff with it that would increase the dread or whatever.
this is definitely a situation where it's like I will report back after I finish it because I'm kind of expecting them to start doing shit like that. But I'm really intrigued. I'm into it. It's something I had no idea existed before I actually started the game, so it was a really nice surprise. But one thing, so I was recording footage of
without
this
that,
game.
like, yeah, go ahead. It
I
just
was
looks
when I
like
was
Nick Slop. It looks like
and
Nick Slop.
it is Nick Slop, but like I love this shit. Like I love this brand of horror. I still feel the burn of PT being or Silent Hills being canceled, and like I loved PT. So like to see PT kind of living on through other games like this, I'm here for it. And I love the ghost thing. I love the fucking like dudes walking around in the dark. And like there's one you walk into this room sometime near the beginning, and like as it starts to get more dreamlike, it starts to feel kind of Silent Hill because like you're walking around this house, but then you realize you can't see the ceiling. It's going on forever into like blackness, and there's like chains hanging down and stuff. And I turned a corner, and I didn't even notice it at first, but there was like a figure kind of stuck to the wall, covered in a bed sheet. And as I got kind of close to it, it just like skitters up the wall into the darkness. And I was like, but it was like a person. I don't know. It was they do really cool, creepy shit like that throughout the game, and I'm really digging it. But as I was recording footage today, I intended to grab a lot more, but I listened to this cue that the narrator gave me, and I was like, maybe he's trying to hint that I should do this instead of what you need to do to proceed the game. So I started doing this thing, and this actually is one of these games. And I don't know how much of this is in there, but it's one of those games that kind of fucks with the player by like fucking with your computer. In this case, it like you trigger something, the narrator starts talking, and then it takes control from you, and it opens the menu and goes down to quit to desktop and just closes the game.
Okay.
And that ended. I was like, I guess I'm done recording footage. That was that. It ended the recording for me, which I thought was funny. But that's really all I have to say about it right now. I'm super intrigued. I love this kind of shit, and it's definitely doing some unexpected shit. So I will report back. I hope the narrator ends up being something they utilize more in weirder ways as the game goes on. But yeah, so far so good. I'm into it. Chris Davis, you said you had a quick mention that you did not. Is this one of your homework games?
No, homework's on pause while I get through a few of the things that I'm prioritizing.
Like Donkey Kong.
No, this is my Donkey Kong filler game. When I'm worried I'm playing too much Donkey Kong, I switch to this.
Okay.
I just really quick. I've been playing the remake of Tony Hawk 3 and 4.
Oh, that's a quick mention. You didn't bring footage of this? Isn't this like a good thing?
It's a good game, but it's still Tony Hawk 3 and 4. It's
like a really good remake. How dare you?
You're acting like I'm disparaging it. I think Tony Hawk 3 is the best in the entire franchise, and booting this up and playing it was like I've somehow regressed 20 years of life, and it feels good. Unfortunately, my hands have not followed in that because I am garbage at this. That's another reason why I didn't capture footage, because
you have old man dexterity.
I have old man dexterity at this point, and even though I am constantly bailing and crashing into walls and just not doing well at all, I am still just having a blast playing this. It's so fucking good.
How much have you played?
I'm on the cruise ship right now, so like the last level of 3 right now before I head to 4.
So you have actually been playing quite a bit of this.
Yes, what I do is I load up a level, I complete all the objectives, save for like the top scoring thresholds, and then
God damn it, Chris Davis, this
should have
deserves
provided footage.
You should bring footage to this.
You're downplaying because you were too lazy to get footage.
He did get Donkey Kong footage, which means I didn't have to do that this week, so I'm going to give you a pass. But I think you should definitely bring this back up and bring footage next time.
I mean, I have not played. I never played Tony Hawk 4, so I can capture footage for that next week.
Or maybe he was feeling self-conscious about his old man dexterity, and he didn't want anybody seeing how bad
mostly
he was.
That,
which is
mostly that.
But that's fine.
That's more your vibe. I don't think he cares if we watch him do these whack ass.
I care a little. Yeah.
I think.
I mean, you know how to manual at least, right?
Yeah, but not very well.
Oh, Lord.
I don't even know what that means.
I mainly do rail grinding and what little tricks I can pull off on a half pipe. But other
But
than
you
that, like,
string them together with manuals. Like you know how to do a combo if you're
I'm
progressing
not
from
good at
stage
it.
to.
I'm
The
not
pressure
good
is
at it.
on. The pressure is on. All right.
I find
look,
it wild that Nick has never played a Tony Hawk game. Is that
Wait,
true?
what?
That's true. I've never touched a Tony
That's
Hawk
so
game.
weird because it was so like Tony Hawk was like. I
What
mean, it
about
was
it
like
makes you think I was gonna play that?
Oh my!
Like, what have I played before that made you think?
because when Tony Hawk like 1, 2, and 3 were out, like those were like everybody played those. It was like
Yeah.
Not this guy.
Mario Brothers. It was like everybody played Tony Hawk. They were the highest scoring, most respected just video. Like it wasn't even about sports or skateboarding or like Tony Hawk was just it was as prolific as Mario
I'm not denying
was,
that.
or
It
Zelda
was almost
in
like a
that era,
cultural
or-
event for gaming for
Yes,
a
like
long
it's
time.
so crazy that you being the age that you are have no experience with Tony Hawk.
What year did
whatsoever.
this come out? Did it come out?
Tony Hawk 3 would have been like it was on
So two-
it was on
I mean,
Xbox and
PS2, I
PS2.
mean, yeah, Tony Hawk 1 and 2 were PS1. There was like
It's like
I would say
2002,
like
2003.
99. I think Tony Hawk Pro Skater came out in 99 or
Yeah, something about that. Yeah,
and 2 probably the year after, 3 the year after that.
yeah.
Like,
it
they
was pretty
were-
prolific.
So
Like there's a
All I
set
can
of
say
years
is-
there that like that
all
was
I can
the
say is
video game.
this
And
is
it was
before
yeah.
we knew each other, and I was podcasting, and before I started this podcast, my video gaming habits / like just the way I approached the hobby was very different.
But you're not getting it. Like I played like, Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff. Everybody played Tony Hawk.
Everyone.
Not me.
That was what,
Not
that's
me.
what's so-
I don't know what to tell you.
like people
Sorry.
playing video games in that era. Like I don't know, that's
And
crazy.
I'm not
because
disparaging it. Like I don't think it's like beneath me or something. I just
I mean, yeah,
Just never-
it would be clown shit if you tried to like disparage Tony Hawk. Like people would just
Yeah.
laugh at you, right? Like those
hey,
are
at
like
least
like I would argue that Tony Hawk like 1, 2, and 3 are some of the best platformers ever made.
Hmm?
Like really.
no, I don't doubt it.
truly.
I don't doubt it. At least I'm not one of these people who can't seem to pick Tony Hawk out of a lineup. Like I could,
But
have
see,
you?
like who couldn't do that?
There's
Like
there's been
between
like
the music to like it's I mean it's
I
it
have
was- it-
Bog
it was-
Noise is accusing me of playing Matt Hoffman's BMX. You mean BMX?
I mean, so-
XX?
No, he
so
played
that, like
Xbox.
think about like Guitar Hero and Rock Band. You know how there was that moment in time where it
Yes,
was
I
like
know.
the biggest thing in the world. That's kind
Yeah.
of what like Tony Hawk was for like a
I
span
know.
of like 5 years.
Everything wanted to be Tony Hawk. They wanted that money. So that's why you saw
I-
so many different things try to ape it.
Yeah.
You're all these things y'all are saying are factual, and I'm not.
They put
accusing you of lying
skateboarding in
about it.
Metal
I'm-
Gear Solid. Like
Yes,
I know.
they did.
I'm just saying.
Do I own that? I think I own
And
that.
there's been-
like
there's been
14 or
skateboarding
15-year-old Nick, which is how old I was when that game came out. I just I classified that in my head as a sports game, and I was like, I don't play sports games. And I know that's not accurate. I'm not saying it's accurate.
It's-
I'm just saying that's where I was.
you missed out
I
on
was-
something. It's so weird.
I was-
It's-
you're right.
It's strange.
100% missed out on something.
I guess you're a little bit younger, but so was Chris Davis. I don't know.
I didn't even
You're
play
like-
the original Halo until like 4 years after it came out, guys. You gotta.
I can kind of understand that though.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
different,
had an
but-
issue with Halo initially too. So,
I
but that
didn't
was
have an issue
also
with it.
on the Xbox, like early on when like nobody really knew what to make of the Xbox.
It had nothing to do with that. I just didn't. The circumstances around that time period were just very different for me. I bought like 2-3
Let me ask
games
you
a
this.
year, maybe.
Did you play like demo discs?
Yeah.
Because I think the reason everybody like bought Tony Hawk is because they played the demo and they were like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, you're probably right. I probably skipped the demo too because I was like, I don't play sports games.
Wow.
And Nick and Brad and I butt heads, but we agree on some things. Like, we are 100% in sync on like they're some of the best platformers, that trilogy.
Yeah.
Like, it is so cool how the verticality is kind of shocking, especially for that time frame.
God, you know what would be really great for this conversation? Footage. What if I could like see what you were talking?
He's right about that, Chris
See
Davis.
what you were talking about.
Gotcha.
Right now,
I'll
I just have to
next
take
week.
your word for it. I just have to take your word for it. Let's
Wait.
revisit this.
Can I ask? Did you buy it on Steam, Chris Davis?
No, I've been playing on PS5.
You son of a
This
bitch.
motherfucker.
You're out of the family, dude. You're out of the fucking family. You had one fucking job.
You'll have RoboCop to play pretty soon on the Steam family. Just be happy.
Fuck off. I want Tony Hawk.
That face of like, this is bad food you're giving me.
No, it's a franchise that I want to play in my living room on my big TV.
Don't
Steam Deck.
If
Steam
I've learned,
Deck, it's called a deck.
I don't Steam Deck. I don't have a Steam Deck.
If I've learned anything over the years, it's to not use the excuse to Brad that I'd rather play it on my TV, because he'll tell you there are ways to play PC games on your TV.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy that y'all don't. My PC is hooked up to a television.
To this day. Actually, I did. There was a time period when I lived in the condo before I got married where I had my PC connected to a.
It's so
to a
like
TV.
you take a controller, PC's hooked up to a TV. You press this twice, boom, Steam Big Picture mode. It's just a console. You can do everything with your controller.
Yeah.
It's
It's crazy.
But
it's crazy. Who would have thought?
My computer is in my office and my TV is
you
in
built
my
a house. You built a house. You didn't run HDMI
I
cables
built it
in your walls.
I built it for that purpose. I did it.
built it.
But the HDMI cables in the wall suck, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can only replace them.
Okay, we are getting into the weeds here. I'm putting a kibosh on this. Bring footage. I want to talk more about Tony Hawk. I want you to prove to me that I should be playing Tony Hawk. That's what I want.
Oh, dude. Oh, man.
And that's not me doubting it.
Airport, probably one of the best levels ever made. Los Angeles is such a good level.
Which one was Team Hawk versus Team Bam?
That's
Do you remember that
stuff, man? Which I get it. Like Crispy's more of
that
the
was
thug
Tony
games,
Hawk
right?
Underground.
Yeah.
I thought Underground was
That was Underground 2.
Yeah.
I can't go with you on 2. My love for Tony Hawk ends probably at 4, but Thug is pretty cool.
Thug 1 is fantastic. They introduced a single player storyline for Tony Hawk.
I get it.
It's great.
Oh, God. Okay.
Eric Sparrow is the biggest piece of shit in the universe.
I'm glad that they turned 4 into a whatever. Yeah, let's move on. What are we doing here tonight? We wrapping this shit up?
I don't think we have much to talk about in terms of like Fantasy Critic. I think we've kind of reached the end of our.
What are we
wrapping it up?
Donkey Kong. Let's go play Donkey.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's wrap it up and go play Donkey Kong. Brad, you care to kick us off tonight with the 4-player minute?
Honestly, I'm not prepared.
You're never prepared, but that shouldn't stop you. Just pull something out of your ass. I'm not prepared. I don't know what I'm going to talk about yet.
Let's kind of let Chris Davis go first.
Okay, fine. Chris Davis.
Again, this is like
I'm just gonna start going to Chris Davis first, and as soon as I start asking Chris Davis to go first, Brad's gonna act like I've done him wrong, like I've done him dirty.
No,
that's how he took over the first segment of the show every episode. He's
gonna be like, "Yo, bitch, why'd you skip over me?" Okay, Chris Davis.
Yeah, why are you making me a second segment, bitch? That's what he says every time now.
That is true. He does guilt me that way.
Yeah. I just am kind of in this like 15-year-old gamer situation where I have a fun 3D platformer a la Mario that could be playing, and then I have fucking Tony Hawk 3 that I could be terrible at, but still be just blazing away, having a ton of fun with. I'm also that's most of my gaming right now. I am going to Classic Games Fest this week. It's on Friday and Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pick
Cool.
up some
Forgot
retro
about that.
stuff. I'm budgeting myself accordingly for that.
Word.
Yeah.
Don't buy old video games. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. The hobby is ruined by it sucks now. It really does.
I mean, it
Way to be a
sucked for
buzzkill,
10
Brad.
years, but I just
No, it
there's-
bums me out, dude. I used to collect video games. I have so many old video games, and then it just stops. It just stops completely because the hobby got ruined, and it's gross now, and I'm so annoyed.
But I like keeping them out of my bookshelf so I can look at them and occasionally pull them out and play them. Like that's how I ended up playing The Wonderful 101 and what did I play a few weeks ago? Okami. Like
Sure,
I hadn't played them.
Yeah.
Because I bought them used at a convention. I was like, okay, it's time. Let's do this. I like
When
the
did
ability
you
to
buy
do that.
them though? You bought. When did you buy them though?
Probably years ago. I couldn't tell you exactly
Yeah.
when.
Yeah, don't buy them now because it's like it's rough.
I mean,
I get it, but
a lot of the good stuff. Yeah, it's fucking expensive. Like I spent $70-$80 on a copy of Resident Evil 3 for the Dreamcast. Like I know.
Jesus.
fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And
Do you not have children?
no, I don't. It's liberating.
Well,
It really is.
it's not in the way you think.
All right.
But yeah, said that's my weekend plans, and I'm going to be playing more Tony Hawk, and I'll bring footage next week.
Sweet. All right, Brad, are you ready?
I was gonna let Crispy go.
Oh my God, Crispy, you ready?
Sure, I'll go. So I saw Superman last night. It was
Hell
super
yeah.
sick. And then I got home. I played some Death Stranding, and then I was like, I want to play something else. And a strange impulse took hold.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, man, I want to play something superhero-y. I want to have fun, wacky comic book adventures in Metropolis. So
Oh no, did you go back into Suicide Squad?
I downloaded Suicide Squad again.
Oh,
no.
no!
And started playing it because I was like, I'll
no.
go through the seasons. Like the 8th season just came out a little while ago, the final season. I was like, I'll go through the seasons, unlock the new characters, see what it's like. I played it for about 10 minutes and then was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on and this isn't fun, and I deleted it.
That was a twist I wasn't see coming, actually.
Yeah, it was just it was so overwhelmingly like mid. And, like what I really wanted was to like play around with like moving the characters and stuff, because that was what was really cool about that game. You just had to like fly around as Deadshot for a
Yeah.
little while with his jetpack, use the boomerang, Captain Boomerang. And I did that for a few minutes, and then I was doing a mission where it was like kill all these things, and like there's so many fucking numbers and effects and just like prompts, and like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Everything was blowing up. I kept like getting killed. I was just like, this sucks, and I deleted it. And I was
Crispy's
like-
finally starting to not see the Matrix code like the rest of us.
Well, I was always, dude. I mean, listen. I was kind of put on the side of like, oh, you're the guy that likes Suicide Squad, and that's not really accurate. That's not the whole story. I think if you
I
go
know
back
you had plenty bad, or not bad,
Yeah,
like, criticisms to make.
it was, and there was a lot more hope at the time because it was like, oh, well, it's a live service game. Maybe it'll just get better. Maybe there will be enough of a player base that like they'll produce better content. It'll pull more people back, and like it could get better, right? But now that's we live in a different world now. Like we already know that they're not
That ship has
developing
sailed.
any more content for it. That they're gonna cut support for it pretty soon. Like you can you can play online still, but like no one is playing. Like
Man, what a tragedy.
so there's no hope, and it really did feel kind of like, all right, it's time, and I just turned it off and deleted it. Man, I want a fucking sick ass superhero game.
Play
to come out
Superman
soon.
Returns on the 360, bro.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know, maybe
That's
Play
not
Iron
a
Man
bad
VR.
game.
Play
That's not a
Iron Man
bad game.
VR.
I mean, the answer here is go play Arkham.
Yeah, but even
Or the
that is
Arkham
like
VR.
I've done that
Arkham
too
VR.
much. It's
Uh,
just not. Yeah, it's just. I just need something new. Just need something new. I just need.
Did you play?
the
Did you already
next
play
big
Spider-Man 2?
thing. Yep.
Did you play? Oh man, fuck, I don't know.
Yep.
There's really only
What
two
the
good superhero games.
Yeah, I played them all. That's it. I played them all. Like,
Maybe is this the generation where we'll actually get a good Superman game,
dude, what?
or have they long
Oh,
since
I
abandoned
don't
that?
know. I mean, it's still WB running things, so like, who
That's true.
fucking knows? Like, you know.
Yeah.
That is true.
What's up with that Wolverine game? What's up with that Blade game? Is any of this still real and coming out anytime soon?
Apparently, Blade's still happening, which I did
Yeah.
not think was. I didn't think it survived the cancellations, but apparently I was wrong. And but also the Blade movie, I've like 8 times I've thought they canceled it, and apparently it's still in production. So like or pre-production,
Yeah,
I guess.
Until
I don't
see
know
a trailer.
until I see a trailer.
I don't know what that means.
So yeah, and the Wolverine game. I hope the Wolverine game's coming along because Insomniac. I'll take it.
Come on, just it shouldn't
Wolverine
be.
Origins, the Raven game.
The Raven
That wasn't
game,
terrible.
starring Mark Hamill as Wolverine.
Is that true?
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
That's funny.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, my 4-player minute starts now. Let me tell you all a little bit about what's going on with me in Fantasy Critic, because I know y'all might know that I'm in some other leagues and whatnot, but I want to explain kind of how this is my first. I don't know if I've mentioned it at all, but I've started playing Critics Royale on the Fantasy Critic site. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but every quarter, and you know how there's some people, they'll like fill up a roster. They're really excited about Fantasy Critic, but then like later in the year, their roster's filled. They can't really pick up games and stuff, or there's not really, no reason to check my scores because all my games came out or whatever, right? Which is kind of how I am in like the 4-player league and whatnot, right?
You didn't pace yourself.
But Critics Royale is something they have on the site that anybody can sign up for. Like right now, there's over 100 people signed up for it, and it resets every quarter. So it's like a quarterly competition where you're not like fighting for games. Everybody has $100, and you could just buy the games you want. You have your roster size is a maximum of 25 games. But the thing is, every game has a value, and it's based on like hype factor, right? Like you can buy any game you want, but if you buy, like just as an example, like if I go to mine, I go to purchase game, and I've already purchased a whole bunch of games, and they're hidden. You can't see what other people have until the game like comes out, and then you can see what games are on other people's roster, right? But like right now, the most expensive game is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and it's $24, right? But again, that game's not even necessarily going to come out in this quarter, so I wouldn't buy it, right? I know Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater comes out, right? But it would cost me $23 to buy it, and I only have $100. If I want, I can fill up to 25 spots, but you have to really know about the games that are like the absolute minimum a game is valued at is $2. Like if it's just been added to the site, no one drafted it, it's $2, right? There's like dozens and dozens of games for $2, but anything that's been known or drafted or picked up in anything is like going to be at least $3-4, right? And you're trying to fill up a roster but like you're not competing against others. Like you're just, it's all about like picking the best games to get you the most potential score for $100, right? Which is kind of like
this happens quarterly, so
it
you
happens
can
quarterly, right?
Okay.
And it's kind of interesting because it's like it's probably the most like pure skill driven thing in terms of like assessing the value of a game, because when you play versus others like in our leagues, there's a draft, right? You don't always get the games you want. Like if you were to draft or if you were to write down a perfect roster, like that just might not be what you end up with, right? You know, you don't get all the players you want in fantasy football, but this is a method to where you actually can budget your money and pick the best possible roster. And like, you know, like buying Donkey Kong is going to cost you like $20, right? But the thing is, the value of these games.
But that doesn't take it out of the running for other people. That just means
exactly. Yeah. Anybody can do it, right? So most people are not going to buy Donkey Kong because they're trying to be able to afford 25 games. But you have to know a lot about all these games, know which ones are actually going to get scores. Like if you could buy some $2 game, but if it doesn't get enough top critics, that's 0 points, right? So the trick is to like find games that cost very little that might actually get like an 81 or something, or even a 78 is valuable because you can get a couple 78s for a couple bucks or spend $15 on a game that ends up getting a 79 as well, because that just happens, like fucking Sim 7 or something, right? So it's crazy. And over 100 people are playing and signed up in this quarter, already buying games. Like I have a lot of games out. What I find interesting is that there is a person, I think his name is Derek. He has won the last 3 quarters in a row. Think about this. This is like the sickos, like the top of the sicko of like. This is like
guys. Brad wants to be Derek.
It's like a drug for people who are like obsessed with Fantasy Critic, right? Like only sickos are playing Critics Royale at each quarter. So like the best players of Fantasy Critic are playing this shit, and I know because some of the top players from like the Super League also are playing Critics Royale. Some people don't even have the time to dedicate to like Critics Royale because it requires a lot of like research and stuff. But I just find it fascinating that one person can be so consistent at this game because like clearly he's figured something out. And I find it like absolutely insane that someone could win 3 quarters in a row. It's been going on for like, I think they've invented this game like maybe 2 or so years ago. So it hasn't been around that long, but like that's a shocking amount of consistency.
Is this guy in the Discord? Or is he just like some dark horse out there that like nobody knows anything about?
He is in the Discord, and he's like in Division 5 of the Super League. And if you go to his roster, it's like really good. Like he picked really good games and he is projected to win, but he made some really bad counter picks and he might not win his Super League division, even though he's clearly like goated at picking the right games that give you the right scores. And I'm just so like fascinated that anyone can be that consistent, because in theory, like everyone could end up with the same games, right? But he's so good at picking the right ones with the right amount of money, like avoiding stuff like he didn't pick up Donkey Kong, right? Even though that was like easily, you know, we all knew it was going to be like 90 plus. It was going to cost $20. So you'd have to like skimp a little bit here and there, pick up a few $2 games. I did that. I picked up Donkey Kong, but I'm like, I can make it up in the back end, right? By picking up some like $2 games. But you know, a couple of my games got delayed, right? Already they've gotten delayed. And I'm like, no, what the fuck did I do? So now I don't even have enough money to buy 25 games. And
how much money do you start with? Is it 100?
You start with $100. And you know, and you're just trying to you can get up to 25 games if you can afford that many. You even have one game where if you want, they call it like a marketing budget or something, where you can spend like extra money to like boost that game if you think it's going to score really well. Like instead of just spending more money on another slot, just saying, I really think this game's going to do well, so I'm going to give it some extra of my budget. Which I think is a cool idea. It's just a cool way to stay engaged with Fantasy Critic, even though like maybe your roster that you filled up early in the year is done. And I know there's been people in our community, in our like community leagues that have been that, you know, when Thursday rolls around and they see that there's no bids, they're like with me, they're like, fuck, there's no action. You know, they want action. So like I know Skylar signed up. Because I see him in the rankings. I see him in the rankings right now. He has 48 points. He's at number 9, which is impressive. I mean, I'm at number 2, but
motherfucker, I knew
that's
it.
The thing.
You're like,
that's the thing.
for Derek.
Derek's on here. He's at number 7. But the thing is, you know, it goes for a whole quarter. So like having a like early points lead means jack
nothing.
shit, right? It means nothing. So like, but 3 quarters in a row is just insane to me. Anyways, let's move on. That's my 4Player Minute. If you're interested in more fantasy critic action, join Critics Royale. It's not too late to join, even though this quarter has already started, and basically any game that has already come out isn't eligible. Like you can't pick it up for your roster. You can still sign up and have $100, and for the next like 2.5 months, you still have games to purchase to try to fill up. So it's fun.
Sweet.
It's cool. It gives you a reason to, like, I don't know, check Open Critic when all your games already have scores, like me. So
Cool.
I don't know.
All right. I'm kind of all over the place this week. Final thoughts wise, I guess, because just a lot of stuff happening. I guess it's worth mentioning that today Ozzy Osbourne passed away, and that was really sad.
And
That
fucking
final
Theo, man, you heard about that? That shit was tragic, man.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's been a rough week.
Bill Cosby should not outlive anybody, much less anybody on that
True.
show. That makes me so fucking sad.
Yeah.
True. As on the Ozzy Osbourne thing, that final show, the farewell show, it's crazy that they did his farewell show, like, I think it was like a week, 2 weeks ago, maybe, and then he passed away today, and that's super sad. But
Wait,
I
question. Only because
What?
I haven't been paying attention. His farewell show, was it like he's retiring, or is it like
that was
like,
his final performance
Final,
with Black
yeah.
Sabbath.
But like, did
He
I know he had like
sang,
Parkinson's, right?
Yes,
But
he sang. I think he only sang one song. The rest of the concert was. I could be wrong on this, by the way. I think Jaeger actually went, so he could probably say more about this than I could. But I think he sang one song. Everything else was other artists coming together to perform covers, which brings me to my next thing. I have never listened to Youngblood before, but if you have been out there and at all seen his performance of Changes by Black Sabbath, it's fucking iconic. And I have been listening to Youngblood all week now and like catching up on his catalog and just like quickly becoming a huge fan of his. And yeah, man, it's I didn't think. It feels like a little bit of a passing of the torch. That's what a lot of people are saying, because he was really close to Ozzy and he just performed a really fucking amazing cover. So yeah, that was a really, really cool thing to see. And also, obviously, sad that this happened so close, but also kind of metal as hell that he had his farewell show and then.
But like, did
signed
he
out,
die?
so.
Like, is this like a David Bowie thing? Like, did he?
I mean, he died of.
Did he know he was dying? Like, what did he die of? Was it something like terminal?
I think it was complications from Parkinson's. I know he also had a fall recently, apparently, and he had to have surgery or something, and there was complications with that, but that was a while ago too. So it's a bunch of different things, but yeah, it finally caught up with him, I suppose, and that's like you said, it's been a shitty week for that kind of thing. So. But on brighter note, I finally feel like I'm kind of like getting back into the swing of things, playing games. I'm juggling a lot of stuff right now, but I'm having a good time playing Donkey Kong, and I'm still playing Atomfall here and there, playing Death Stranding 2, and now Luto. So I'm juggling a bunch of stuff, hoping to make some significant progress on that. And, obviously, I'm going to mention it. Dexter's still continuing to blow my mind. I'm having...
What's going on with that show? Where are they going with this Uma Thurman stuff? It seems out there. Like,
it is fucking out there. It's bold. I'm fucking here for it. I will say this. Even before the season aired, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I figured out the first 3 episodes of the season, and I've been pretty much right on cue.
Wait, but what has there been to figure out?
All the way up to the invitation. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Like the whole.
It's so bizarre. Where are they going with this,
dude? Exactly where you think they're going with it.
But it seems like a plot beat from like a different kind of show. It seems.
I know
crazy.
That's why people are excited. That's the sauce. That's what's keeping this.
Can
thing
you
alive.
just explain what is going on with that? So people know what you're talking about?
I mean, Peter Dinklage's
character... I bet if you told Crispy and Chris Davis, they'd be like, what?
Peter Dinklage's character in the show
is the Dark Passenger?
No, he is a billionaire who is obsessed with... He has a fascination with serial killers, like an obsession, and he has hired this person who's played by Uma Thurman who is very good at like finding things and finding people, and she has collected this group of serial killers, and he has invited them to come together for a dinner party to discuss what they do.
The Avengers of serial killers.
Yeah,
And Dexter.
This sounds like the worst episode of Game.
We're getting the
No,
DCU
dude,
back together, gang.
It's so good, but
it's very
but
DCU, dude. It's
but
DCU.
But Dexter has infiltrated the group. Oh man, it's
as himself.
No, he got the invitation.
No.
Well,
he killed someone. He killed someone, and then on the kill table, they tell him, he's like, "Dude, you can have the invitation. I don't need it." And he's like, "What invitation?" And he's just like, I'll swipe that right up." And now he's like, "This is cool." So like, dude,
out there.
It's Kristen Ritter, Neil Patrick Harris,
because it's very different than anything.
And they're all serial killers.
They're all serial killers.
Wow.
And Peter Dinklage is like just this weird freak dude who's obsessed with serial killers, and I think he like wants to be one himself, but
can you imagine the true crime podcast about this serial killer dude?
It'd be so good. The point is, it's super bold. It's super like shooting for the fences, and so far, 3 out of 3 episodes have been really, really great. I'm super happy with it. It's kind of a miracle. It's kind of a fucking miracle, and I'm here for it. So yeah, it is definitely weird. It's bold, and I'm excited.
Go home.
The lead of extraordinary serial killers, as Zero Skies said. Yes.
We need more Dokes, though. Can we bring back some more Dokes?
I would love to see more
bring
Dokes.
back more Dokes.
I mean, he was in the first episode.
He just got back Batista.
It was a ghost Dokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I was gonna say he got blown the fuck up.
He got blown the fuck up. But yeah, there are more surprises coming, and I'm very, very excited. But yeah, it does feel like a little bit of a miracle. Anyways, that's enough about that. That's our show, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Of course, you can always find us in our Discord at discord.gg/4player. We would love to have you. It's free. Come hang out, talk about video games, movies, TV, all that stuff. We record these episodes every Tuesday night on twitch.tv/4player podcast around 8 p.m. Central Time. So we'd love to have you on future episodes. And next week, I hear Chris Davis is going to bring footage of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. So should be a good time.
Knows?
There are 2 brand new levels that were made by Iron Galaxy that weren't in 3 and 4.
So you have no fucking excuse. All right. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. In the meantime, be good to each other, play video games, and good night.
And we love you.
And we love you.
We love you.